Another top Alabama target has shut down his recruitment and is locked in 100% with the Tide. Stick around. Let's talk about it. This is Way Offsides. 3, 2, let's go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. It's Cotton here with Way Offsides. Go ahead and hit me with a big roll Tide down in the comment box. Let me hear it. Be loud, be proud, Bama fans. Thanks for sticking around. Those of you who are part of the channel, you know what we do here. We talk about everything Bama related, whether it's games, analysis, the season, rumors, intel, or recruiting. And you guys absolutely love recruiting. So we're going to talk about that. While you're down there leaving that big thumbs up and a big roll Tide, make sure you also hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is the best way to stay up to date with our content all the time. I'm making sure the hat's good. I get a lot of hate for wearing my hats backwards, but it's just because I got a funny shaped head. So that's okay. Alabama's recruiting class right now in 2026 is not finished. It is not done. There's a long way to go before signing day. I believe the early signing period opens like December 4th. There's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of changes that Alabama will add some dudes. They may lose a dude or two. I'm confident right now in the fact that I think what Alabama has at the top of their recruiting class, especially in their 5-star prospects, Alabama has more 5-stars than anybody in the country. I know some agencies have Alabama and Oregon equal. Xavier Crowell is a 5-star. If he's not in an agency, he will be once they do re-evals in the fall. But Alabama's class sits at number 7 right now, and that is rubbing a lot of Alabama fans wrong because they're used to being in the top 2, 3. What you guys have to understand, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because we talk about it all the time, recruiting is different nowadays. A lot of the guys that are sitting above Alabama have a lower rated class in terms of the average rating of the player. Okay. Which means the quality, I'm going to say quantity, the quality of what Alabama has in their 2026 class is much higher than just about everybody in front of them. I think Oregon and LSU may be right in front of them in that sense. But in terms of like USC, Georgia, Texas A&M, other schools sitting up there really, really high, Alabama's way above them in terms of the quality of the player. This is what Courtney Morgan was talking about back in the spring before recruiting even heated up when he said quality over quantity. Alabama's not going to sign 30-plus dudes. They're not going to finish with the number 1 class because they're not going to sign as many people as everybody else. That's just how it is. It's probably going to be like that moving forward. Now, in today's age of college football, that doesn't matter because it's offset by the transfer portal. A lot of people who are signing 30-plus recruits, those guys will end up leaving at some point in time, or they will force other people who are currently on rosters to leave. Okay? So it all will even itself out along the field. But Alabama is signing guys that are at the top or near the top of their position, and one of those is 5-star safety Gyra Edwards. We've talked about Gyra a lot on the show. He's a quiet dude who really has been locked in with the Tide since his original commitment in July 5th. Gyra, as of yesterday, I believe yesterday, maybe even this morning, has officially shut down his recruitment and is locked in with Alabama. This is a trend we're seeing with a lot of high value Alabama recruits: Jamarian Matthews, Xavier Griffin, Zay Gibson. A lot of these guys are saying, no, I'm locked in. This is where I'm going to go. I'm going to play ball at Alabama. And that makes my heart happy, man. We're talking about the number 2 safety in the country, could be the number 1 safety in the country. Him and Jet Washington are pretty much neck and neck, I believe, in my opinion. But the 6'1", 205-pound safety out of Maryland is a crown jewel in Bama's class. This is a guy who, if you see him, I was watching some highlight footage of his game last night. If you see him in person, this guy looks like a D1 football player. He looks like he's ready to plug and play. I'm not saying that's going to be the case when he gets to Bama, but I'm saying that it may not take much for him to see the field very early, assuming that there's a positional need. I absolutely love this news, obviously because I'm an Alabama fan, but also because it's coming along with so many other guys who are just like, nah, I'm done. I'm shutting it down. I think Xavier Crowell said the same thing. I'm not sure about Jordan Edmonds. He might have said the same thing, but Bama's class right now is absolutely monstrous in a sense that it addresses all the needs. It really does. I know that a lot of folks feel like we should be focusing more on the edge rushing position. I don't think that battle's done yet. I think Alabama will potentially go get another edge, but in the sense of this class, what's there right now, man, it's pretty good. This is Saban level recruiting going on, and then not only recruiting these kids, but getting them to fully commit and shut it down. The confidence that they have in this staff and what they're seeing on the field. These defensive guys that are shutting it down in K. Womack, the offensive guys in Ryan Grubb, Kalen DeBoer, Nick Sheridan. It should get you pretty excited. Should absolutely get you excited for obvious reasons, because to me, if they're really shutting it down, if they're really saying that's enough, I'm not going anywhere else, it's Bama or bust, that means that they're already of the mindset of what we want in Tuscaloosa. And that has been a huge focal point for this 2025 squad as they kind of come out of that wash year for Kalen DeBoer and really start to establish an identity for themselves. And so that tells me it's going to carry on with these guys. And they're bought in, not just that, but they're bought into learning the standards that were taught to these Saban era guys who are going to push pass those down to these DeBoer era guys who are going to keep passing this down. You know, it's generational wealth, I guess, in a sense of college football. So it gets me really excited. Yeah, I mean, I can't. I got nothing else to say about it. It's super exciting. And I don't think he's going to be the last one. Obviously, Sadarius Morgan is one that we're watching closely and think that one could be locked up at any point in time, but there is still communication with Florida and Colorado there. So we want to see that one kind of get locked up as soon as possible. But I think Alabama's sitting in a really good place, especially with the top guys in their class. It's hard for me to see guys like Sadarius Morgan, Jordan Edmonds, Nolan Wilson, Xavier Crowell. Hard to see these guys kind of transferring out. And I would even venture to say that if we saw like a Brian Williams or a Zay Hall or even a Rael Kelly type guy transfer out, it is going to be because Javari Barnett. It's going to be because Alabama's potentially going to flip somebody later on in the cycle. Still a long way to go. It's only August and football season's about to start. So you guys know how those visits go. Once those fall visits start, Alabama's already announced a ton of dudes that they're going to have 2027 guys and 2026 guys. So just saying, let's see how it plays out. Thanks for sticking around with me. As always, you guys are the absolute best. One more for the road. Thank you for being part of the Way Offsides family. Again, please leave a big Roll Tide down in the comment box. Leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. You can follow us on social media too at Way Offsides. That's Way with 4 A's. 3's not enough. 5's too many. 4, just like in the word Alabama. Tell them, Skip.
Way, this is all caps. WAAAAY. Way.
Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate you, Skip. As always, say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, horns down, beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.